Hi guys, it's Michelle, Deception Bytes, and I am back with more Q. I had gotten out of the habit of saying that, so I'm glad that I'm able to report to you guys that there is more Q today, June 12th, I think it is. Yes, indeed, it's June 12th, and it is 3:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's get to it. Lots happening, lots and lots and lots happening behind the scenes, and I know you guys are getting sick of hearing that, but there are indeed things happening behind the scenes, and we can see that because we see what just happened in North Korea. Do you think that just came about? I mean, and the way those two were getting along, I mean, they just seemed like the best of friends. They're all smiles, and everything seemed to be very, very positive. And didn't seem to me like they hadn't met in person before. And if you'll recall, it was hinted at by Q that they had indeed met in the Forbidden City back when Trump was in China. So anyway, lots happening and lots of good things. I didn't think that I would see this in my lifetime, but I'm very happy that I have. And so have you. So if you listen to the mainstream media right now, they're kind of downplaying it. It's like no big deal. Of course, it would be a massive deal if Obama had done it, or if Hillary had done it, or if anyone but Trump had done it. But we know how that goes. So let's get into these. Now, this is the one, it's June 12th, and this is Q, and he is saying, would you believe Hussein, meaning Obama, of course, tried to call Kim prior to the summit? Say what? No. Are you kidding me? Why would he be trying to call Kim prior to the summit? What was he saying to him? Okay, just hold on, Kim. Don't sign anything. Don't sign anything because Trump's going to be out and I'm going to be in. So just hang on now. I don't know. I don't know what he was saying to him. Was he reliving old times? Probably not. But anyway, amusingly enough, Kim did not have his updated phone number, or Obama didn't have Kim's updated phone number. Sounds like what you do when you have a bad relationship with someone and then you change your phone number so they can't ever contact you again. Just saying. Now, the next thing he says is 3 North Korea generals released. That's good news, isn't it? And he said closed the pathway for bad actors, or passway. Passway works as well as pathway for bad actors. So what Q is saying here is that these North Korean generals that were released closed the pathway for bad actors in North Korea. That's how I take that, and we will get confirmation of that in a moment. Now, Q also included an old post of his, and this was a post from June 3rd, where he says, boom, 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 a week to remember, dark to light, blackout necessary, Q. We all remember that. Now, and he says number 100, which is referring to post number 100, and he says 107 marker. And then he gives us a YouTube video. And he says, do you believe in coincidences? Well, Q tells us not to. I do believe that there are such things as coincidences, serendipity, all that kind of stuff. But in this case, no, probably not. So let's go take a look at this video. I'm not going to play it in full because I will get a copyright strike. And that makes Michelle upset. She starts talking about herself in the third person. You don't want that. So let's go to the 107 mark here. And we see this.
Out of the darkness can come the light.
Okay, so that's part of this United States North Korea summit video, North Korea Singapore summit video. If you go to YouTube and you put that in, I'm almost positive you will find it. And it's under someone by the name of Brendan Greenlee, Brendan Greenlee, Greenley. So it's a nice video. I would encourage you to watch it. Kind of makes you feel good. Get the cleanies out, the Kleenexes. What do you call them? Hankies in the States? Is that what you call them? All right. Okay. So he's saying, do you believe in coincidences? Probably not. So let's go on. Now, this Anon says, I think he means that the generals were black hats and that once they were gone, there were no more connections for the cabal to influence Kim. Now, Q responds to this by acknowledging this post. And by the very fact that he acknowledges it means that he agrees with it, because if he disagreed with it, he would say so. That's what I've learned with Q. When he just puts the number there to simply acknowledge the post, generally he's agreeing with it and saying, yep, because if he doesn't, he will correct it then below. So we can assume that that's what Q meant, that those black hats are gone and there's no more connections there. There's no more connections for the cabal to influence Kim, and Kim has changed his phone number because he's, he wants to throw off his bad lovers. Obama, take the hint. He doesn't want to talk to you. All right, now here is another. Q is referring to this post down here again. And it's the same post we just read. I think he means that the generals were black hats, blah, blah, blah. And so Q refers to that post here, and then he's referring to this post, and he's adding to it by saying, Eric Schmidt isn't sleeping well. Q. Oh, I bet he isn't. Because, Eric Schmidt and North Korea, they were two peas in a pod there. He helped the cabal to gain, communication there and so forth. So I guess he isn't sleeping well. Probably not. All right. Now here's some good information. So this Anon posts to the clipboard this picture of Q's post. Boom, 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 boom. A week to remember, dark to light, blackout necessary, Q. From the summit documents, 4 booms. Boom 1, the United States and the DPRK commit to establish new U.S.-DPRK relations in accordance with the desire of the peoples of the two countries for peace and prosperity. Boom 1. Boom 2, the United States and the DPRK will join their efforts to build a lasting and stable peace regime on the Korean Peninsula. That was Boom 2. Boom 3. Reaffirming the April 27th, 2018 Panmunjom Declaration, the DPRK commits to work toward complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. That was Boom 3. Boom 4. The United States and the DPRK commit to recovering POW, missing in action remains, including the immediate repatriation of those already identified. Now, Q responds to this and says, what a coincidence. 4 points, 4 booms, dark to light, 107, more to come, Q. So he's saying, what a coincidence that this would have 4 points, and he had listed 4 booms coming, right? And then he said dark to light, referring to the video that we just watched at point 107, 1 minute and 7 seconds, where he said dark to light. And he said more to come, Q. And indeed, there is more to come, because he posts again. Now, this is Q, and he is posting a tweet. Wait, hang on. I didn't get to the top of it here. Only the best for you guys, only the best. Got to do this right. Okay. So, here, Q is referring to this Anon all the POTUS tweets, changing council, COUNCEL, to council, COUNSEL, equals CS equals CrowdStrike. Okay, dude, I think that you need to, first of all, maybe the reason that POTUS is changing the tweets, the spelling, is because the word COUNCEL is not a word. It's not a word now. It's never been a word. It's probably never going to be a word. It's a misspelling. So he changed it to COUNSEL, which is a real word. It's the real spelling. So, all right. Now, Q responds to that and says, he puts this tweet by Trump. The fact that I am having a meeting is a major loss for the U.S., say the haters and losers. We have our hostages, testing, research, and all missile launches have stopped, and these pundits who have called me wrong from the beginning have nothing else to say. We will be fine. Now, what that has to do with this, I have no idea. He just said, this one says, all the POTUS tweets changing council, COUNCEL, to council. Well, duh, yeah, that's the correct spelling. I really doubt it has anything to do with CrowdStrike. But call me crazy. You wouldn't be the first. All right, now, then Q adds on this, which again has nothing to do with the original one that he referred to up here. So I don't know. But he also includes this old Q post from 12/22/17 that says, Missile, Fox 3, splash, as the world turns, Red October, Q. Now, if you remember, that was that whole Hawaiian debacle about the emergency management system being, I guess, tripped or whatever. And there has been speculation over what happened. I don't know. I personally believe there may have been a real missile, but again, that is up for debate by just about everyone, because it seems like everyone has a different opinion on that. And until Q actually comes right out and tells us, we're not going to know. That's just the way it is. But I'm really not sure how this post all fits together. I'm really not. And maybe it will make more sense later after Q posts more things. I don't know. So now Q says, when the info is, this is good. No, really it is. When the info is released, Rod Rosenstein, no more. When the info is released, no more Russia investigation. Yay! I'm so sick of hearing about Russia. Seriously, I am way sick of it. How sick of it am I? Well, I'm more sick of it than somebody that's sick of something. Anyway, it will factually conclude the corrupt nature by which the entire false narrative was created. All to 1. Prevent the election of POTUS. 2. Delay, shelter, mask, hide all illegal activities by Hussein, others, during the past 8 years. DOJ, FBI cleanse vital as primary. Huber coming, and we know that what Huber means and what he represents, and that is mass arrest. Woohoo, woohoo. These people hate America. Yes, they do. I say to the people that hate America, get out. Let the people that love America be there. I can't wait to get back to America. Anyway, so again, just to reiterate here, when this info is released, some things are going to happen. Number 1, Rod Rosenstein, bye-bye. No more Russia investigation. When the info is released, no more Russian investigation. It will factually conclude the corrupt nature by which the entire false narrative was created. Number one, to prevent the election of President Trump and to delay, shelter, mask, hide all the illegal activities that have happened over the past 8 years. So this is all good. It's all good. Now, this is interesting because hang on one second. Now this Anon says, Q, if you can pull strings, how about getting Acosta's press pass pulled? I am embarrassed he represented our country in that historic meeting in Singapore. Now, if you haven't heard, Acosta yelled something about, are you going to give up the nukes or something? I have not actually seen the video where he's doing that or heard it. So I'm just going by secondhand by what I've heard and read in the news, which may or may not be correct. But he did yell something to that effect. It was very embarrassing and it was uncalled for. And he looked like a jackass. Excuse my French. So that's what this Anon is asking Q. Now, Q says this. Think strategically. Does Acosta's continued disrespectful and poor behavior hurt or help us in the future? Let them all dig their own graves. Q. So Q's saying, look, his disrespectful behavior isn't hurting us. It's hurting him. It's helping us. It's only hurting him. So he's digging his own grave. So let him dig it. So that is Q's response. And it's a typical Q response. Like, don't get bent out of shape about this. We've got it. It's all under control. He's digging his own grave. And this is the last one that Q posted today. Now, I'm not saying that he hasn't posted since I've been speaking. He may have, and if that is the case, I will do a second video today and update you on the second half of the post. But I do want to keep abreast of what's happening because things are moving fast and I don't want to get behind. So this is the last thing that Q posted. And it's a picture. It says Alaska VOLS G7 Sing. And it's taken from the air. And we don't have any other information about it. So what this means, perhaps he intends on posting something else to give us clues as to what this is and what it represents, as he normally does with pictures. He gives us a chance to guess, and if we're not guessing, he helps us to get a little closer to the mark. So that's what I'm expecting. So I wouldn't be surprised if Q does post more today, and I will bring that to you later. Anyway, that is it for now. It is 3:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time now. It's still June 12th, imagine. And I pray that you will have a wonderful day and a safe one. Talk to you soon.